What's up, guys? B Green Flex here, voice of Flex, back again with another reaction video. And today, I think it's gonna be a little bit of a shorter one, but wanted to make sure I got something out for y'all because it's been a few days. Another fresh and fit clip because they upload them like crazy and they're easy to react to because girls be dumb and as I use improper grammar. But also wanted to shout out Fresh and Fit. Make sure you guys go follow them on Rumble. And actually, follow me on Rumble too, because I'm probably going to start uploading over there, because I'm sure if my channel gets any kind of growth in the next, few weeks, months, years, whatever, I'm going to get canceled because this is the type of stuff that they don't want you to hear. So, go follow them on Rumble. Shout out to them. They're officially canceled on YouTube, at least for now. So, let's keep the message going. And today's video is Myron revealed her special treatment that she's blind to. Let's see what we got.
What about you? Last thoughts?
So on that note, I do have a last thought.
Yeah,
so
sure.
when you said that women are born and men are made,
Yes.
I'm gonna give you a scenario. So in the scenario that, let's say, so I'm in STEM, right? And when I'm looking for a job in a professional industry,
Yeah.
let's say you and I go for the same job.
Yeah.
How do you think they're gonna perceive us, and who, like, they're gonna
You'll
look at
have a
you?
way higher likelihood of getting the job over me.
Yep.
No, because they're gonna look at me. They're gonna be like, she's blonde. She must be dumb. This is
No.
a man, and he probably knows.
She's wrong. Like, he's about to say affirmative action makes them choose women over men a lot more of the time because it looks better for their company, PR reasons, and because they want to diversify the workplace because companies get graded on that stuff now. So
He probably
Affirmative
knows what
action.
he's doing.
Yeah, no.
And-
It's a real thing.
If you go into a male-dominated profession and you're a female, you will absolutely get the job over a more qualified male for the purpose of workforce diversity.
Yep.
I might get the job for that purpose, but
Well, you will.
Will I get a
just contradict yourself.
promotion? Will I be? I feel like I will still not
Feel
be
like
looked at the same way.
Well,
And
how you feel versus what's real are two different things. You might
Exactly.
feel as though you
It
might
is
be
real.
looked at a different way, but the fact that you're even getting the opportunity over a man who might be more qualified than you based on nothing more than your gender speaks
And hair
volumes.
color.
And couldn't you change your hair color?
Easily.
I love my hair color. This is my natural hair.
And you can and remember
That's not
too,
the point.
at
I'm
least-
still gonna be pretty and a woman. So I'm still gonna be looked at.
perform, it doesn't matter really on gender. And as well, I used to do tech. I was in tech industry. A lot of women were
What did you do in tech?
troubleshooting, programming. But it's funny because all of my superiors, most of them were women.
Hmm.
So it's like if you put in the work, you actually ask for raises.
And,
You'll
and
get
here's the
it.
thing: I'm not like unaware of the fact that like women absolutely kind of deal with a hurdle where if they're attractive to a degree or if they have a certain look, they're going to be written off as at first. However, it's on you to prove them wrong.
Right.
Don't perpetuate the stereotype. So if you
That's a really good point, because for some reason women seem to, and this is because of them not thinking logically or rationally or thinking in reality, they always think with emotion. So whenever they get denied a job, or whenever they don't get a promotion, or whenever they get fired, or whatever the case may be, even just regular day-to-day interactions, they always have to bring some type of emotional response to it, whether it be race, the fact that they're a girl, like she said, her fucking hair color, or like, it's none of that matters. And the thing that's really important to take away from that is they seem to forget that men have to experience those things all the time and at a much higher rate than women. Women get to go into clubs for free. Women get all this attention from the opposite sex just for being a woman. They get attention in public for being a woman. All these things that they get that they're oblivious to, they don't realize that they are privileged. Like, that's a privilege that they get that we don't. And when we don't get a job, when we don't get a promotion, when we don't get a pat on the back, hey, good work, it's because we understand that it's just how the world works. Either we didn't do hard enough work, either someone else was fucking brown nosing way harder than us, or someone else knows someone else that knows, like, there's all these other circumstances that we are able to then pick apart and weed through. But ultimately, we know that the burn of performance comes back on us, and it's our job to then go work harder for the promotion, work harder to make more money, work harder to get that job that we don't have. And a byproduct of that is you start to get rid of these external forces that would eventually make you a victim and keep you down. Whereas women, it's always a victim mentality of if something didn't happen for you that's good, it's because there was something else keeping it from happening, instead of no, I just honestly wasn't qualified, or no, I just honestly didn't do hard enough work. And it's a very big disconnect, because for men, we understand that these are the things that we have to do to better ourselves and to better our career, to better our money, to better our health, to better our mental. We understand that we have to do these things. We're not blaming it on anything else. Whereas with women, they're always trying to find something to blame instead of putting it back on themselves and looking in the mirror and saying, oh, I'm fat because I don't work out and don't eat right. Oh, I didn't get that job because the person that applied was way more qualified and actually took the time to go in and introduce themselves. Like, I'm giving examples and I'm kind of ranting, but I really want to pin this down, because Myron really makes a point in whenever he talks about stuff like this to say things like this. But women seem to really, really misunderstand how tough it is to be a man, and the fact that these are the things we deal with all the time. And we don't look for external circumstances to blame as to why we're not succeeding. We look back at ourselves and say, no, I'm a fucking piece of shit. I'm a loser. I'm fat. I'm stupid, whatever. What can I do to improve?
If you come in and you're competent, you're going to get an even bigger, you're going to get even faster accolades, and you're going to be able to move up even faster, because now you meet the workplace diversity quota and you're competent, so you're going to move up the ranks. I mean, anytime I've ever seen a woman enter a male-dominated field, they always rise up the ranks faster than the men do.
Yep.
Every single time. Whether it's law enforcement, which I saw that especially, less competent get pushed up the ranks because of in the support of workplace diversity, or other jobs that are male-dominated. Women have a leg up.
Yep.
I mean, they've done studies on this too, where they look at like if a man submitted a resume with the same exact requirements and put it under a female name, he got way more calls.
Yep. And going back to what I was saying before, it's like there was one episode where the girl was like, oh, well, if I was, if I go into a business meeting or something, I don't get the same respect that a man gets or whatever because I'm a woman. And to a certain degree, that might be true, because as a woman, we're not going to view you the same way, because subconsciously we know that we all had to work extra hard, more than likely, to get to the spot that you're in right now, that you probably got a lot easier. But also the second thing is, if a dude was an idiot and showed up and wasn't presenting himself well, wasn't competent, wasn't dressed well, wasn't, all these other things, he would get disrespected too, or not really looked at the same way. And that guy would then say, oh, I didn't show up in the right outfit, or in the right suit, or oh, I wasn't clean cut that day, or oh, I didn't present my argument well, or my PowerPoint right, or whatever the case may be. Like, he would then look at that and say, dang, like, I need to improve these things. Whereas a woman in that same circumstance is going to say, oh, I didn't get the respect because I'm a woman. It's like, no, maybe you came in and yeah, you being a woman may have given you a slight step down on the ladder, but you also came in and presented yourself like a fucking idiot, and because of that, they just completely wrote you off. It wasn't strictly because you were a woman, it's because you didn't articulate your points well, or you also looked disheveled, or you were being very combative and not listening to what the people were trying to, combat you with, as far as the solution you're providing, or the different strategies. And all those things tie into the overarching issue that it's women seem to always want to blame an external force instead of being able to look in the mirror. And that goes back to the other big thing is women never take accountability. 9 times out of 10 in today's world, whether it's relational, financial, mental, physical, spiritual, anything revolving life, if there's something that is bad that happens to a woman, 9 times out of 10, they're always going to blame it on something else instead of looking in the mirror and taking accountability for the things that they did wrong in that situation. Whereas a man is going to say, oh, I did XYZ and that caused XYZ.
Oh, I mean, that's like a fear that I have, like going in.
No. You're gonna have way more doors open for you as a female, especially in a male-dominated field. They're gonna hire you.
Actually,
That's why
And
men
you speak
gotta
Russian
work
too,
harder.
right? You speak Russian too, so
we did a coding camp as well for part of that program, and actually one of the girls said, you know what, screw it, I want to do cybersecurity. She just got cybersecurity. She was one girl hired there, but like she's the only girl that actually applied, and she got it right away, like this. So I'm just saying, like, you're gonna have way more options than most guys. Just tell me, just being a girl.
Okay,
Okay,
especially because a lot
I feel
of girls won't
encouraged.
try to apply.
yeah.
So notice you feel
She says she feels encouraged, so maybe they helped change her mind a little bit. But she went into that argument completely set on her mind on the framework that she had around this ideology that she has, and came at it strictly emotionally just because of the patriarchy and I'm a girl and this and that. And then once they actually presented her with facts and logic and reasoning, she was like, oh, I feel encouraged. It's like, she's still probably not going to do much with that information, but it just goes to show literally women will come out with an argument, articulate a nonsensical point strictly off of emotion or off of, you know, all these outstanding things instead of actually looking at a problem and saying, okay, I'm going to look at this situation, get information on it, and then articulate an opinion instead of look at this thing and articulate an opinion without seeing any other information on it.
I feel like, but I mean, really,
Yeah, how you feel versus what's real are two different things. You're absolutely going to have more doors open for you as a female, which is cool. I'm not knocking women for having female privilege, but that's one of the benefits of going to male-dominated career field.
Yeah.
So do you still think men are made or women are born? Still disagree?
Honestly, you made some good points.
Thank you.
So I agree with, let's say, like 75 of it. And I
Okay.
also wanted to say that
It's really 90%, but you
Well,
like
let's say like 78%. And
more like 87%, but okay.
But you said the woman had to be competent. Like
They don't have to be.
you said, like in order,
they def-
They don't.
They don't have to be a lot of the times.
like okay.
that's
are you listening?
not
No, you said they have to be competent if they want to go up to ask for a
You're about to be
raise.
a
Right.
PhD and you can't even pay attention, bro.
Right. Yeah, I get what she's saying because she heard Myron say they have to be competent, but she's not putting all the freaking what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it. But she's not putting all the other things that were said into place or the backstory into place. She just heard that one snippet and took that away. But what he was saying is you have to be competent once you are now progressing, once you're in that business meeting, once you're asking for that raise or that promotion. Now you have to be competent because you have to put yourself apart from other women. But you don't have to be competent to get your foot in the door. You don't have to be competent to make it to that point. You can get there just by being a woman.
No, I didn't. So you didn't say that. So you didn't say that women have to be competent in order, if they want to get a raise, they have to be competent. You didn't say that. That was not a thing that you said.
Oh, you mean yeah? Well, if she hold on, so not
So you said it.
hold on, but the context was
Context,
under
that's the word I
her
was looking
being
for.
judged as so not be judged as a, because that was one of her fears. Is like, I'm a blonde, I'm gonna come in as a woman. They're gonna think I'm incompetent. They're gonna think I'm stupid. I'm like, no, you prove you're competent. So it was very specific context
so
under which I
to be
phrased it.
Right.
competent, you have to be made competent. You have to put in the work,
Mhm.
right? Or no?
That's a
Mhm.
self
Of course.
thing.
Of course, but that's
That
not
was-
really.
Oh, relevant.
It's not
Yeah,
like I
it's
can
really
come
not.
in. It is relevant because it's not like I can come into like a STEM space and be like, "Hi, I'm a woman" or whatever. But like,
And even to be in STEM, you have to have certain criteria.
so you still have to be
What-
made.
no,
You have to
but
put in
like-
the
It's
effort.
not an argument. I
No,
was
my
just-
argument is that you don't have to be as competent as a man to get
To
the
get
position.
there, right.
However,
I
to be
disagree with
taken,
that.
huh?
I disagree with that.
If
You
a
just-
man had the same exact accolades that you did, your resumes are identical. They're gonna take you over him.
What if
Or
they
if
already
he-
filled their
or if he had-
women quota?
Or if he had, even if he had more experience or whatever, you still have a higher likelihood of getting the job.
You keep saying what if, should, coulda, woulda.
Yeah,
Have you
right.
actually applied for any jobs and got any turn downs?
I've been applying for jobs. I've gotten all the turn downs.
Maybe they're just not hiring. Maybe
Well, no,
that's
no.
what it
Well,
is.
okay, how many companies?
Maybe 50. I mean, I'm gonna keep applying. I understand this is like a hard.
Do you have any experience?
Yes, I have experience. I did an internship.
Is that it?
That's not experience.
That's yeah. How long
Okay.
was that internship?
6 months. But
Yeah.
I'm also, besides applying for jobs, I'm also applying for internships. Like, I'm not expecting to just come into this space and like dominate it.
Let me make a really good point here. I'm not trying to wave the knife in front of y'all. I'm probably gonna get anyway. Let me make a really good point here, and I think this is another thing that goes back to the dynamic of men versus women, especially in the job market or the job marketplace in general, because I've noticed that women, whenever they're looking for work or trying to progress in their career, and she said, okay, I've been applying for jobs, maybe apply to 50. So say, and she said some internships. So say it's maybe a 60-40 or 70-30 split between internships and jobs or whatever. By her saying that, I'm automatically thinking that she means she literally is on Indeed or Monster or whatever one of those sites and either sending her resume off to a bunch of different places or just going in and like filling out, applications and attaching the resume to it, whatever the case may be. The difference between that and a man is a man 20 or 30 job applications in or resumes sent in, he's going to say, okay, something's not working. If I haven't gotten a call back or an interview or whatever, something's not working. Let me look over my resume and let me have one of my friends that maybe has a good job or is in this career field or whatever, some type of consult, look at it and see what I could tweak to make it more pronounced and make it stick out more. Or, you know what, there's this company I'm about to apply to is actually only 10 miles away from my house. Let me print out my resume on a nice, good piece of paper, a thick piece of paper, look presentable, and go up to that company and see if I can talk to a manager or just drop the resume off, you know, at the desk or something. Like, that's the difference. Whereas she literally is probably, like I said, has her resume pre-filled on Indeed, send. Like, you understand that there's 15,000 other people doing that every day to those companies that you're applying for. You just get sent to a random folder. They have a group of people that just sort through them. But unless there's like certain things about the application of the resume that might, like, you know, ping some type of thing in their system, you're just getting sent to a lost folder in their computers. Like, you have to actually go and present yourself to these companies. You have to actually continuously update your resume. Even if the things aren't changing on there, the wording, the way that you are describing the jobs, like all your references, all these things you have to actively be changing instead of just, you just did this thing 50 times and still haven't gotten a call back or interview. You're not changing anything. You're literally the definition of insanity. You did something 50 times without expecting a different result. Like, and that's, you're putting it on being a woman, when in actuality, the fact is you haven't gone and talked to any of these companies, any of these managers. You haven't tried to go to any networking events. You haven't tried to reach out to any friends in the space, and your resume has stayed the same. In actuality, the problem is not you being a woman. The problem is that you don't take the time to actually do any extra steps to get ahead. And that's the difference.
Yeah, like I understand.
You still have a higher likelihood of getting hired for a job over a man.
But even getting an internship,
they're more
it's
qualified.
hard.
Yeah, I mean,
Or the fact of the matter is, like that one girl said, maybe they're not hiring, or maybe the position's filled and it's still online. Like, but instead of thinking about that logical answer or reasoning as to why she's not getting the call back, she's just strictly putting it on I'm a woman. Like,
there's a lot of people competing.
Yeah,
But
Right.
that's
So
just
I'm saying just
welcome
because
to
I'm a
being
woman,
man.
Victim mentality.
just because I'm a woman,
Equality.
they're not gonna be like, oh, we'll pick you.
equality.
But
There
I
you
don't think it
go.
has anything to do with gender. It's just like what he just said. Like, men go through that all the time because they're competing with other
Yeah.
men. It's just the competition
Right.
of the world in general. It has nothing to do with because you're a female.
Exactly.
Like, they're probably just really
Victim
being a female
mentality.
helps you is what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say.
Being a female helps you, but you'd rather sit there and blame it on being a female instead of understanding the harsh reality that sometimes you don't always get what you fucking want. And this is what men have to realize all the time. Like he just said jokingly, welcome to equality. You're competing against other men, other women, other people that are way more qualified than you. Like, and in that space, you can't always put it on the fact that you're a woman or you're a blonde or whatever the case may be. Like, there you go. This is what you asked for.
Like,
It's not hurting you at all.
But you're looking at it as a negative way and thinking that because you're a girl,
I'm
that's
just
why you're not
saying
getting hired. But that's
that
not it.
men get more respect in certain spaces. That was
That's
my point.
true. That's very true.
Maybe at face value, but at least at least you get the opportunity to be in the job.
Right.
But you also
Does
get
that
the
make sense? I
opportunity
would
to have a job.
rather come in with less respect and be able to come in the first place, pause, than get more respect up front but not get the job. Does that make sense? At least you get the opportunity to get the job and prove yourself versus the guy, yeah, he might get a little bit more initial respect because he's a male, but he's not getting the job, so who cares?
Right.
I'm telling you, you get the job, you work harder, you stay later.
Yeah.
And once again,
You
this
show
girl-
your competence, which is what I was saying
This
for
girl
her.
came into
Like,
the job. She studied how to do hardware and software. I didn't do software. It's like a hardware, but like she put in the work and she got her rewards. I'm just saying, if you put in the work, you
Yeah.
get what you deserve.
yeah, I mean, they're going to have their assumptions, but if you come in and you know what you're doing, they're going to be like, oh, okay, she knows, she's not, prove them wrong.
Yep.
So,
Okay, moving on.
Okay.
yeah.
But
All right, so hopefully you guys like that video. I kind of went on a little bit of a tangent there the first 5-10 minutes, but it's because I honestly feel really passionate about this now, guys. And like, you know, they call it the red pill rage phase and all that shit. I've already done that, but just in general with like some of the things that have happened in my life the last 4 to 5 years, or specifically the last 2 years, like there's so many things that I just want people to know and want people to realize about themselves. And even today I was on a job site with my GC, my general contractor, and you know, he's sitting here, we're talking about stuff and about the victim mentality and all these other things. And it's like, man, people really just, if you really just sit back and look at yourself in the mirror and analyze your life, analyze your mental, your physical, your spiritual, analyze your financial, everything about your life, and really pick apart what's wrong, what's right, and analyze it from a very standoffish perspective, like a perspective that is not trying to blame something else or find a reason for why things aren't working. No, look at it completely and say, oh no, I actually failed here because of this. And I just really want people to realize that, especially young men, because I'm 28 years old and I know I've always had these kind of thoughts and stuff, but I didn't really start. It's not that I wasn't applying them. I just, some other aspects of my life, I let kind of control me to a certain degree. But in general, now I'm on a path that, like, I'm not letting anyone take shit from me, or I'm not taking shit from anyone. I'm not letting anyone take anything from me. And I'm on a path that I'll be a multimillionaire by the time I'm 35, give or take. And I feel wholeheartedly about that. And I want other people to feel that way too. And as far as the dating space, like, I've always been relatively good with women. I mean, in high school, I was kind of nervous, you know, whatever. But in general, as I got older, I got better. But it's like, if I could apply these things to you guys, old, young, rich, poor, these are things that you could take away and be like, you know what? Oh, this is why this happened. Or I could, and apply it to your life, man. Because it's like, you really don't know what day is promised. You don't know if tomorrow's going to come. You don't know who you're going to end up with unless you set the standards for it. You don't know what money you're gonna end up with unless you set the standards for it. And I really want you guys to, like, take these videos and actually, like, analyze them and be able to formulate the life that you want, curate the life that you want and desire. Man. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Once again, shout out to Fresh and Fit, shout out Myron, shout out Fresh, shout out Chris, shout out Mo. And go support them on Rumble, because they're officially canceled on YouTube. They're still uploading on YouTube, but they're demonetized completely. They're not getting any revenue from YouTube. You can't even super chat on their streams, nothing. So go follow them on Rumble and actually, like, subscribe to the Rumble. I think it's $5 a month or something. And yeah, let's just keep pushing this message, man, because like I said, there's too much life to live, but there's also the tomorrow's never promised. And I want all you guys to be successful in every regard, with women, with dating women, finances. I want you to be in tip-top shape, and I just want you guys to go out there and fucking kill it. I really do. And we're gonna grow together. So make sure to like and subscribe if you like the content. Make sure to clip it up, post it on TikTok if you want to share the message. Maybe I had some good snippets, some takeaways that could help somebody else down the road. I always try and clip stuff up. I've not been as good as it lately, or as good on it about doing it lately, but I'm going to at least try and do like 5 to 10 clips on the TikTok a week. And yeah, also drop some comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are, what you guys, you know, are doing in your everyday lives. Just, hey, tell me what's up. And we will catch you guys on the next one. Be Green Flex.